Hi, I'm Kelly. Thanks so much for tuning in today. In our anti-office series, we're going to be working our neck today. I would definitely suggest that you tune in to our shoulder episode as well because they are all connected. So in our seated position, we're going to interlace the hands and really move the pips of the fingers towards each other. Turn the hands inside out, keeping the chest lifted. Stretch the thumbs towards the floor and stretch your arms up towards the ceiling. So keep your front ribs moving down, grip the hips, straighten your elbows. And then we'll bring the interlaced hands to the crown of the head and really stretch the heel of the hands up. And on an inhale, stretch your arms up, straighten the elbows, and then bring the hands down in front. So change the crossing of the fingers. So you bring the opposite index finger in front, press the hands towards each other, stretch the thumbs down, elbows are straight but keep the chest lifted as you stretch your arms up towards the ceiling. And then bring the interlaced fingers to the crown of the head. Turn the heel of the hands up even more, and on an inhale, straighten the arms. And then bring the hands back down in front of the chest. So we're going to even out the two hips. So now we're going to change the crossing of the legs. So now my opposite shin comes in front. Just move the skin of the hamstrings out to the side and lift the chest. And then we'll interlace the hands. So whatever catch you come to first is absolutely fine. And just see whether you can engage the upper middle back as you do this. And then hands down, change the crossing of the fingers, elbows straight. See whether you can connect your upper middle back without having to bring the interlaced fingers to the crown of the head this time. And bring the hands down in front. Lovely. We're going to grab our belt and we'll come up to a standing position. So this bit, can you not film this part?
Yeah. And just cut to when you're holding the belt. Okay. Whenever you're ready, go for it.
So with the belt, we're going to put it over our right shoulder. And then I'll show you from behind. You bring the left arm out to the left. Keep the front of the body lifted as you turn just the palm and the forearm and bring the arm up the back. And this part of the shoulder blade, I want you to move in and up. Stretch your right arm up, lift and lengthen the side body, and then catch hold of the belt. So point the elbow towards the ceiling and really work the front chest lifting. And take a few breaths here. And then we'll change sides. So you need to bring the belt to the opposite shoulder. I'll show you from the front on this side. So you stretch your right arm out and you want this area of the chest to be open as you just turn the right palm and bring the arm up the back. So from behind, you're just catching 90 degrees. You can see if I go up the belt what happens to my shoulders. So I need you to move this inner corner of the shoulder blade forwards as you catch hold of the belt. Keep the sternum lifted, so I'm touching my sternum at the moment, and on an inhale, stretch your arms up. So lift and lengthen through the arm, and then catch hold of the belt. So I'm right at the top of the belt. So you can see what happens to my body when I try and catch my fingers. So I want openness up through the left armpit, so lengthen the arm up. Keep pointing the left elbow towards the ceiling and take a couple of breaths here. And then release the hands and roll the shoulders back. 3 shoulder rolls back and 3 shoulder rolls forwards, and just feel that release in the shoulders. And then you can move the blocks. And then you can move the belt to the side. Now we'll bring our feet together and bring the hands to the lower back. And I want you to focus on your hips for a moment. So you bend the knees and you neutralize the pelvis, and then you straighten the legs. Keep the back of the ribs moving forwards and up. So press the hands onto the lower back, lift the chest, and then stretch your arms away from you. And you might find that you are either in the front of the body on your feet, or you end up bringing the neck forwards. I want you to stretch the back of the head and keep a little bend in the elbow, so this upper middle back is really working. And then bring the hands back to your lower back, and you're going to change the crossing of the thumbs and the index finger. And from the side, I keep my pelvis neutral, I keep bending the elbows, aligning my head, and stretch the arms out, keeping the elbows a tiny bit bent. And take a couple of breaths here. And then when you release the hands, just notice that little bit more lift you've got in that upper body, and just relaxing the neck. So by stretching out the shoulders, you're just releasing the neck area. Thanks so much for tuning in today. We were working on our neck. I would recommend finding the shoulder episode, which I'm going to put in the description box below. As always, thank you so much for joining me for this quick 10-minute video releasing the neck as we work through our anti-office series. Please subscribe for more videos and tips and series coming out soon. Thank you. Goodbye.